All right, so I've got one more story here, and I know what you're about to say. I understand. So, real quick, I want to say that I've made a lot of videos on this subject. A lot, actually, like a significant amount of videos I have made on this subject. So many. Oh man, I'm so sorry. So many videos, actually, that I decided to make a playlist of which I'm
Concise
going
as I possibly
Whoa,
can here.
buddy. Whoa, autoplayed. So I have a playlist here that I actually made. And I'm advertising this before I get into the clip because, why not? So I got a playlist. If you want to watch the entirety of the Force the Vote saga, and I'm going to do this with other things too. Like, I'm going to have like a Donald Trump saga. So if you want to watch the Force the Vote saga from start to beginning, you can do so. Every video I've made on the subject in the order I made them in are up here. And I'm about to make another video. So here's a clip of Jimmy Dore. And I'm not entirely sure when this clip is, but this is a clip of Jimmy Dore saying that we need to work with Nazis to take on the rich and powerful.
That's unbelievable. And that's what I've been saying. The populist left and the populist right have to come together to fight against the oligarchy.
So again, I just want to make it very clear that there is no such thing as the populist right. That's called neo-Nazism. That's what that is. All right, we're going to give you health care, but only for the white people. Huh. What does that sound familiar, right?
And then we can get back to fighting each other. I can't wait to get back to us fighting a bunch of left-right issues. But the issues we're fighting over right now are not left-right issues. It's us against them issues. So spending $742 billion on war every year, while people are under mountains of student debt, have no health care, and will live paycheck.
Like, does Jimmy Dore actually think that Nazis give a shit about student debt? Like, does he actually care? Like, does he actually think that? I think he does, because when the Capitol insurrection occurred, he was talking about how, like, oh, if they just had $2,000 checks, none of this would have happened. Yeah, it's economic anxiety. Yeah, if only the neo-Nazi who wants to beat down and murder women of color just had their student loans gotten like, does he actually think this?
Check to paycheck, that's not a left-right issue. That's a top-down, that's us against them issue. Stopping the wars and investing that money back home, that's not a left-right issue. An infrastructure, building back America, that's not a left-right issue. Trump promised it, Obama promised it, Biden promised it, none of them are fucking doing it. It's not a left-right issue. It's them against us.
Now, I just want to say, I agree with that part. Lovely cameo in the background, by the way. I agree with that part. It is a top-down issue. That doesn't mean that you tell your leftist audience to work with Nazis and attack AOC on Twitter all day. If it's a top-down issue, you should be saying that as a way to de-radicalize Nazis. Yes. Why do Nazis care so much about eradicating non-white males? Why is that so important to them? It's weird. Like, instead of worrying about eradicating people that aren't like you, why don't we just, rebuild our roads? That should be a de-radicalization argument. But that's not what Jimmy Dore does. Jimmy Dore claims to be a progressive, right? He says himself, I get 10 to 12 million views a month. My progressive audience. He gets super chats frequently from Donald Trump fans for large amounts of money. This guy's purpose is similar to Rising on the Hill with Crystal Ball and Sagar. I forget his last name. But the purpose is to funnel left-wing or those that would be left-wing, funnel them away from leftist projects, funnel them away from socialism, funnel them away from intersectionality, and funnel them to this weird pseudo, like populist, like, there's a new form of populism. There's the populist left that just wants everyone to have health care. And then there's the populist right that only wants white people to have health care. And they're the same because, yeah. What? Like, I don't know, man. This guy's just a dumb motherfucker. And you're damn right, I'm going to keep making videos about him because he's a dumb motherfucker. And that's what I do on my show. I cover news and I do media critique. Those are my two main things. News, media critique. That simple. So if you get upset at me holding Jimmy Dore accountable, I'm sorry. Chances are you're just a dumb fanboy fucker. And I think you need to find better heroes, personally. But I know, right, as soon as I post this clip, you're going to scroll down and, like, fucking, defending AOC, she's standing in the way of Africa. Meanwhile, oh yeah, let's just work with Nazis. I'm sure that'll go well. Populist right. Fucking populist right! Could you imagine? And you know what? The thing of that Jimmy Dore, right, the thing about it is that, let's be honest here. If Nazis took control of anything, Jimmy Dore is not on their kill list. Jimmy Dore won't get censored. If Nazis took control of the government, I'd be dead. They would kill me if they had power to do so. They've tried to. I've been swatted. I've had cops beat the shit out of my family because these people don't like transgender people. Right? Jimmy Dore is sitting pretty in his $2 million studio, or rather, sorry, compound, right? Far away from the ramifications of what the populist right would do if they had power. Far away from those ramifications. And that's why he says this shit. Because as far as he's concerned, it's just about policy. It's not about strategy. Strategy is irrelevant. If you say that I support Medicare for all, well, there you go. You said I support Medicare for all. Boom. You're done. That's it. You don't need to do anything else. You don't need to, I don't know, phone bank to have other people in your neighborhood support Medicare for all. You don't need to, I don't know, go to a union meeting and try to, tell the workers that they should ask for, healthcare expansions. You don't, organize, a political candidate to use the power of those unions and those labor organizations to try to win an elected office and maybe expand something like Medicaid in a specific state. Nah, fuck that shit. If you just go on Twitter or on your podcast and say, Medicare for all now, that's it. You don't need to do anything else. And if a Nazi comes on your show and says, Medicare for all, ha-ha, wink, that's good enough. Fuck anything else. Strategy? Implementing it? Whatever. Medicare for all now. If I say it, it must be real. And that's the problem with these dumb motherfuckers. But anyway, that's all I got on Jimmy Dore. AOC in the streets, Dore in his $1 million home. Isn't that interesting? Isn't that just amazing to think about? Lots of regular chatters are basking in Jimmy Dore's copium. I know, I love it. But yeah, if you want to watch the entirety of the Force the Vote saga, I'm going to make other playlists. If anyone has other ideas for playlists, I might do like a primary saga. And like, this is something that like, if you want to go back in time and watch like older videos, you could do so. That's kind of what my idea here is I want to make like little playlists where it's like, if you want to watch all my videos on Bernie Sanders in the primary when I thought he was going to win, right? And you want to cry for the, 4 hours or however long the playlist would last, I'm going to make that a playlist. If you want a playlist of me shitting all over Elizabeth Warren during the primary, I'll make a playlist.